What happens when functionality meets flair and tradition meets playfulness? You get a table like this. This stunning little piece isn't just a side table. It's a sculptural accent, a conversation starter, a handcrafted moment that stands with charm, elegance, and just the right amount of attitude. Let's talk about the shape first. Forget straight lines and perfect circles. This tabletop curves like a petal or perhaps a gentle wave frozen in wood. It's organic, unpredictable, and absolutely delightful. A modern twist on natural symmetry. This isn't the kind of table that blends quietly into the background. It wants to be seen. It deserves to be seen, and yet it never feels loud. Instead, it whispers with style. The tabletop is built from two distinct woods. The lighter outer frame, smooth and golden, wraps around a rich dark brown center one that gleams with polish and personality. And right in the middle, a carved sunburst pattern of vented slats. Functional, yes, but also incredibly striking. It almost looks like a miniature stage ready to spotlight anything you place on top. The contrast between light and dark soft curves and sharp slats creates a tension the good kind. The kind that makes your eyes dance across every surface. You don't just glance at this table. You study it. You admire it. Moving downward, the legs are tall and slender, evenly spaced, offering a sense of balance and lift. They don't just hold up the piece, they elevate it, literally and figuratively. At the midpoint, a circular shelf adds not only visual interest, but real functionality. Use it to store books, display a plant, or leave it empty, letting the negative space speak for itself. The craftsmanship here is no accident. Every curve was planned, every edge sanded smooth. The symmetry, while playful, is purposeful. This is the work of someone who understands both design and discipline. It's not just wood, it's vision. Now imagine this in your home. In a cozy reading nook beside a favorite chair, a cup of tea steaming on top, your current read nestled on the lower shelf. Or in a sunlit entryway catching keys and mail while welcoming guests with undeniable charm. This table fits wherever there's life, and it brings life wherever it fits. It's compact but never small. It's subtle but never forgettable. It's that perfect blend of form and function where the practical doesn't mean boring. And let's not overlook the most beautiful thing of all. It's handmade. No factory lines, no lasers, no fast fashion here. Just tools, hands, patience, and pride. In today's throwaway world, this table says something bold. I was made to last. I was made to stand out. I was made to be loved. And once you bring it into your space, you'll understand. Because this isn't just a table. It's personality made visible. Sometimes beauty doesn't shout, it simply stands confident, refined, and timeless. This wooden vase is the perfect example. Tall, graceful, and perfectly proportioned, it embodies everything we love about classical design, but with a twist. Because while its silhouette may remind you of antique pottery or fine ceramics, this piece is made entirely of solid wood. And that changes everything. Look at the surface. A rich golden finish glows with warmth like polished amber or sunlight caught at golden hour. It's not paint. It's not plastic. It's wood brought to life through masterful sanding, sealing, and polishing until it radiates a glass-like sheen. You could swear it's porcelain until you touch it. Then you feel the quiet warmth only wood can give. Now take in the form. From the wide, gently flared rim, the body tapers in with elegance before expanding into a full-bodied curve, confident but never heavy. The base rises in soft, rounded steps like a pedestal lifting the whole piece with pride. There's something about the proportions that just feels right. Balanced. Complete. As if it could belong in a royal hall, an art museum, or a serene modern home. And what's most impressive, there are no visible joints, no rough edges, no sharp transitions. Just flow pure, intentional, uninterrupted. That's not easy to achieve. This level of craftsmanship takes time, precision, and a deep understanding of the material, where to cut, where to curve, and when to stop. It's not just skill, it's intuition. And beyond the technical mastery, there's a feeling in this piece. A kind of calm, a quiet strength. The kind of object that doesn't beg for attention, but always earns it. Place it on a console table, a mantle, or a pedestal, and it becomes a focal point. Add a few simple branches or leave it empty. Either way, it holds space. Because this vase isn't just about form, it's about presence. A presence rooted in nature, refined by human hands, and destined to endure. There's a quiet power in symmetry, in tradition, in a form that has lasted for centuries not because it's old, but because it's right. This wooden vase is a celebration of that idea. With its tall, flared neck and rounded body, it echoes the classic silhouettes of ancient vessels. You can almost picture it in a temple, a palace, or resting on a craftsman's shelf, a piece shaped not by trends, but by timeless proportion. Let's talk about the wood. That rich reddish tone, that's no stain. That's the natural color of the hardwood itself, likely a fine tropical species chosen for its warmth and stability. The grain runs in waves, soft and elegant, almost like ripples across a calm lake. It's alive but restrained. And with the satin finish, it glows not glossy like plastic, but with a deep inner shine, like polished stone or fine leather. And then there's the craftsmanship. Look at the transitions from base to belly, from curve to collar. Every section flows into the next with precision. The central band with its step detailing adds just enough complexity to break the simplicity and highlight the skill behind the toolwork. There are no distractions, no unnecessary embellishments, just wood, shape, and intention. That's what makes this vase feel so grounded. It's not trying to be anything else. It just is. And that's rare today. Place it on a sideboard, a piano, a stone mantle, and it brings instant presence. It doesn't need flowers. It doesn't need context. It stands on its own. Because pieces like this aren't just decorations. They're declarations. Declarations of craft, of form, of the idea that beauty sometimes is best left simple. Now, this is not just a vase. This is a vortex of color symmetry and imagination, turned and carved from wood yet bursting with energy like a firework frozen in time. From the very first glance, this piece grabs you. Not gently, not politely, but boldly. It spins with movement even though it stands still. Every segment, every color, every line seems to say, "Look at me, I'm alive." This is the magic of segmented, turning an advanced form of woodworking, where multiple pieces of wood are cut, shaped, and joined with absolute precision to form one continuous object. And in this case, the artist didn't settle for subtle. They went solar. 24 sunburst rays explode from the center, alternating bands of bright yellow, rich amber, deep walnut, and warm cherry. Each ray draws the eye outwards, making the vase feel bigger, bolder, and brighter than its actual size. It's geometry, turned into poetry. The balance is perfect. Every piece laid with care. Every join almost invisible. This isn't painted or printed. These are real woods chosen for their natural color and arranged like a puzzle of light and shadow. The shape of the vase adds to the drama. The body is full and round like a heartbeat. The neck flares gently, giving the whole form lift and elegance. The top rim echoes the natural tones of the body, but steps back to let the pattern shine. And let's not forget the finish. Smooth, glassy, almost reflective. You can turn it under sunlight and watch the rays shimmer and shift. It's not just an object. It's an experience. Place this piece in a modern home, an art gallery, or a collector's display, and it'll steal the spotlight. Not because it demands attention, but because it owns it. This vase doesn't whisper tradition. It shouts innovation and smiles while doing it.